So I would start off generally by saying that the African continent is a tapestry of diverse cultures, languages, and histories. And in Africa, we have 4 languages in a way: English, French, and Portuguese. And that also influences the life and the mission of the Dominican sisters. Our mission is deeply rooted in the pursuit of truth, justice, and compassion, and all that reflects also the universal core of our order. The work of our sisters in Africa will be around education, healthcare, and social justice, and also often the marginalized communities. Sisters try to empower individuals and communities. They often face challenges around politics. There is also tribalism, and that sometimes affects the initiatives and the work that the sisters are engaged in. And additionally, we have also climate change that has significantly affected the work, especially if people do not have food, they will not be able also to provide the necessary, the necessities, bare necessities really. And you find that in Africa, most of the time, sisters encourage communities to till the land and use what they have. So in the process, if the climate is not favorable, that affects definitely their work. There's also gender inequalities. So in Africa, mainly we have patriarchal society. So women are marginalized. So you have to prove yourself in what you are doing, and rarely would they take the voice of the woman, say, the woman issues. So in a way, we have also violence against women. As sisters, we try to empower our youth, especially in education, that there is need to respect the women or to respect also the men. We have to face it. There are some men who also suffer under the hands of the women, because society always believes or thinks that the woman is the one who is at a disadvantage. But we have some cases where men have also suffered greatly, and because society would think, okay, if it's a man, the weight that is given on the violence is not the same as if it was a woman. So we have also those cases. My hope for the Dominican sisters in Africa is centered on resilience, as well as nurturing the life around us. And I'm seeing also the working together, collaboration, as a key factor for the Dominican sisters in Africa. That way, there's also the sharing of the competences. You'll find that one congregation is good in one area and the other in another, and they work together. I had a recent experience in Cameroon where I attended an assembly for the Dominican sisters in Cameroon. It was a gathering of more than 10 congregations. Then there is one hospital where the sisters work together, regardless of which congregation or part of the Dominicans they're coming from, by virtue of saying we are Dominicans. And for me, I'm seeing that collaboration is key. And there's also a lot of that happening at different levels in our zones. So there was another gathering of the sisters in Burkina Faso, about 3 congregations also coming together. The same also happened in the southern part of Africa, where we had 6, 7 congregations of Dominicans also coming together. So that's where I'm seeing that that's the future of Dominicans and sisters in Africa, working together, collaborating with each other and tapping on the giftedness of the sisters. I'm actually filled with hope and anticipation for this assembly. This will be my first assembly in a way. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think the assembly will provide a better opportunity for us to meet. This is going to be a rare opportunity where we have our sisters, the younger sisters that participated in the Kaluega program. They're coming. Then we have also the Continental coordinators coming, and we meet with the prioresses. And we are, in a way, maybe sharing the same voice. So for me, I'm seeing an opportunity for the prioresses, interchanging of ideas and cross-pollination of great ideas and of working together, back again to issue of working together. I'm hoping also it's an opportunity for the prioresses to appreciate the role of the coordinators, because sometimes we are working separately. There's no common thread. So I'm hoping that this will give us also an opportunity to meet with the prioresses and share and say, this is who we are as sisters and what we have experienced. And looking at the socio-economic and political situations where different congregations are involved in, I think it's an opportunity to lend a listening ear and to be there for our sisters who are really in a difficult position. It's an opportunity for us, or for me also, to appreciate what the prioresses are doing in terms of supporting their sisters. I'm full of the experience I've had in Cameroon. There is a fight between maybe the French-speaking and English-speaking side. I was touched and I said I wanted to go to the place where the sisters were. I went into a war zone, a place, but the conviction, the joy, the resilience of the people, they felt encouraged because of the sisters' presence. So even us coming there, they were saying, you know, it means so much to us that you are thinking of us. You were not worried about the war, but you came to where we are. I think it's an important ministering which is happening in different levels. I know Dominicans are also in Iraq, in Israel, places where there's really war. And I think for the prioresses, it must be hard also for them, knowing that their sisters, their communities are serving in those areas. They'll be thinking maybe they will hear someone has been killed or something has happened. So it is an opportunity just to be there, to offer support, a compassionate ear, and listening, and be there for each other. It is a moment also, for me, it's a hope for rekindling our faith and my own call as a Dominican, and mixing with all the other Dominicans, and we are guided by the same pillars, regardless of the language, different languages, but we'll be talking and sharing the same thing. For me, it's tremendous.